All right, today's episode on Tequila Forever Tequila. I'm gonna be doing a review on José Cuervo, Reserva de la Familia. Check it out. This bottle's from 2008. And yeah, it's gonna be one of those episodes where I say, stop collecting, start drinking. Stop collecting and start cracking these bottles open. Cause that's what I'm about to do. Now, a little bit about the brand, José Cuervo. What can I say? It's been around for so long. It's the oldest brand in Mexico. I mean, José Cuervo has over 200 years of tequila making. There's so much history and information, we can go on for hours. But I ain't trying to do all that. The chances are, if you've been in the game for a long time, or whether you're new to tequila, you have heard, seen, tasted, purchased a bottle of José Cuervo. Now, this Platino, this Familia de Reserva, is a little bit different. You know, this began as a private stock, and this is according to their family. And then in 1995, to commemorate their 200th anniversary, they released the Extra Añejo. And supposedly, that's the first Extra Añejo ever released, you know, in history. I don't know if all that's true. You know, and then a little bit about this one, but they did different with the other ones. Because I'm sure if you're watching this video right now and you're thinking like, all right, what's so great about José Cuervo? Shit makes you sick. Shit tastes like shit. Smells like it. Diffusers, additives. Yeah, I'm sure that you guys have heard it all. Well, anyways, a little bit about this Platino. This came out, I believe, the Blanco, or this Platino came out in 2007. You know, it was released sometime in the fall. But I think the first bottle was dated, I think it was May 4th, 2007. This bottle's 2008. So, you know, it's only 1 year after. So I'm excited somewhat to try this. This is a state grown. They use agaves that are like 10 to 12 years old. They say it's a limited edition. They're individually numbered, hand signed, wax, and then they come in like this nice wooden box. Now, only the Extra Añejos do. The Blancos or the Platinos now come in like in just a regular cardboard box. And let's see, what can I say about this tequila brand? Other than that, they're master distiller. All right, so this was an interview back in 2020. I think they were celebrating 25 years of celebration with the José Cuervo, the Reserva de la Familia. So they asked the master distiller, Alex Coronado, about, you know, this particular edition, right? And what's different. What he said was that this is an artisanal product, you know, step by step. This is all handmade, you know, stone oven brick. You know, this is 100% made the right way, and only the inner parts, like the best part of the agave, was used to make this. You know, this is distilled, I think, in copper pots, and it's at 46%. And then what he said was that when they're cooking, like the agua miel kind of runs off, you know what I mean? Runs off the hornos or the ovens. And then they collect that, they distill it, and then the water that they extract from it, they use to dilute it to proof to a 40%. So it's a good thing to hear that they're basically they're distilling near proof. So there's like less water, right? And then he does admit that there is a diffuser in the distillery, that they do have a diffuser and it is used, but it's not used for the Reserva de la Familia. This is the only brand in their distillery that does not use a diffuser. You know, the other ones are like a mix of the oven, and it's a mix of diffuser. And the reason he said that they use it is because it extracts 10 to 15% more of the sugars. You know, I think like the fibers that are left after being crushed with the Tahona or roller mill, they can put them in the diffuser, and then it'll extract, you know, like I said, another 10 to 15% of the sugars. And I think that's what they use to mix with the other tequilas that they make. So that's what he says that they do, and he says it's just different cooking methods. It's actually more effective. You know, it's able to produce a lot more. They're able to do a lot more. It just depends how the master distiller uses it and if he knows how to cook it. But I don't know if you guys can smell that, or if you can even hear that. But I thought I just heard a bull, and it smelled like shit. So I don't know about the whole diffuser thing. Anyways, let's get down to finally doing this. This thing was sealed right here. I think the only reason it didn't have any evaporation, like a lot of times when they're older bottles, because I heard right now when I crack that wax open, I can hear like a little bit of air being released or something, you know. So we might not even hear a pop when I open it. I was wrong. Stand corrected. So it came out fairly easy. Had a nice tight seal, I guess. And let's get down to doing this, and then I'll show you guys the box. You know, I was gonna make a trade for this tequila. Somebody that I know, good friend, got really excited when I told him what year it was that I found. He said they were really good back then, and up to recent years, it hasn't been as good as it used to be, you know. And I was like, how long ago was this? He's like, oh, I don't know, it's been like maybe 5-6 years that this tequila hasn't been as good as it used to be. Like, I think they don't make it right anymore. My thing is, like, either the tequila is shit, has been shit, is still shit, or it was good and it isn't good anymore. That's what we're gonna find out. But I was like, 5, 6 years, 7 years? I was like, wasn't that the time that I introduced you to real good tequilas? So maybe that's why this tequila isn't as good to him as it used to be. Just saying. So I'll let this open up just a little bit. Well, I'll show you guys the box. So this is the box that it came in. This is all wood. You know. Let's see what's inside. You see, there used to be some spiders in there living before. They don't live there anymore. It's part of history. So here's another bottle. This one didn't have the box. This is bottle 5772, and this is 5773. And you can see the little tag right here. So I'll make sure to post some pictures. I'm not going to read all this right now. I'll post some picture of all this so you guys can take a closer look and stuff, and you can see how that was. But yeah, these used to come in a wooden box as well when they first came out, and for whatever reason, you know, they stopped. Yeah, anyways, so we take a look at that right here. It looks like it could be maybe a little tint. I mean, let me see that in the light actually. It almost looks like it has a little tint on it. Could be just the light, I don't know. I'm looking at the bottle, it looks clear. Anyways, I'm gonna give this a swirl real quick. We'll take a look at it right here in the glass. I can see that it's really oily. I don't even see it breaking down at all yet. I mean, I think it's really stuck on there like glue. What I'm gonna say though is that I hope that I don't regret not trading the bottle. At the same time, I was like, fuck it. You know, I'm going back, what, like 16 years? So, you know, we'll see how it is, and if I don't like it, I got the other one to get rid of, It's all right. Well, so what I'm gonna say though, on the nose, this is different than the other Jose Cuervo that I had maybe like 4 years ago. Yeah, it smells different. Let's see. So this one smells fruity. I'm picking up the agave. There's a little bit of like a minerality. When I say get like maybe like some like a melon or a honeydew, it's like maybe like a little bit of a honeydew in there. Yeah, so I'm picking up, like I said, there's some minerality, some fruitiness, maybe something like a honeydew. You get that agave in there. Also picking up a little bit of like cinnamon. There ain't too much going on, but surprise. Surprise. Well, let's see what we get on the taste. So I'm not going to judge it just yet on that taste. All right. So I'm going to say, on the taste, I'm picking up some pepper. There is that fruitiness, a little bit of that minerality. Picking up some cinnamon. There's it's perhaps even like a little bit of like smoke. Maybe it's like a little bit of maybe just caramelized agave, from the cooking. I can smell that one more time. You know what? You actually do get a little bit of that caramelized agave también. You also get it's like a little bit of smoke in there too. I feel like I'm picking up a little bit of some smoke in the aroma. It goes down pretty smooth. It's a little bit of a very light, like spicy, type of finish. So what I'm gonna say on this tequila, was this made better back then? Yes, I'm gonna say that yes, it was made a lot better. That I remember having in recent years. I think like 4 or 5 years ago when I had it, this thing was harsh. I remember like it burning. It was unbearable. It was disgusting. It just felt like throwing that shit up. Just like a lot of the Cuervo products. I don't know if you guys are familiar with them, but they're not that good. Well, they're not that good. They're not good at all. Except the Jose Cuervo Reserva de la Familia. I give my respect to that tequila because, believe it or not, whether you agree or disagree, for me, that is also one of the best extrañejos that I have tasted. I just absolutely love the taste. Personally, one of my favorites. It's one of my favorite extrañejos. I absolutely love it. The only thing I would say about it is that it needs to have a little bit more of agave presence to it. The way I like to have it is, sometimes if we mix a little bit of like Blanco. So I guess at that point it'll be considered a joven. You know, just to give it a little bit of just a little bit of agave taste to it, you know, to the profile. But even by itself, you know, I think it has a really good taste to it, you know. So I've had a few additions to it, so I'm wondering how it was back in the day, if it was any different than what we have now. As far as this Blanco goes, I am going to say that it is different from what I remember. What I would rate it, I mean, to be honest, I would probably give this, like, in comparison to the other ones, I'd probably give this maybe like an 82.
No. Nope.
No.
You know, I'll give it like an 82. I mean, it is a lot better than their other products and their other Jose Cuervo Reserva de la Familias that I've tried recently, but compared to other Blancos, you know, it's not on the same level, but it's good. You know, it's good. I said like 82. I think it's good. So yeah, I guess we can call this a blast from the past, because we just went back to when it used to be good. Salud.